Trey, can I talk to you about something? So basically, I've been talking to this guy for about a week, right? And it's all been over the phone. So like, it's been good vibes. It's been good vibes, you know. But the first time he wanted to meet up, it was 1 a.m.
What?
Yup, on the first link.
No, you know what that nigga trying to do.
Exactly. Like, he think he's slick. So
Right.
he's sitting in the car to my aunt trying some car sex. Like, like, I need a date.
Exactly.
I need a
like,
date.
You deserve way more than that.
Mhm.
First time?
Right? Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, who do you think I am? So yeah, after we had the car sex,
Women have ridiculous dating standards nowadays. Some of their standards are ideal and rational, you know, but then 90% of the other ones, man, they're outrageous. But you know what? Men don't give a flying screw about it anymore. Men are done with dating, you know? They're not even trying no more. It's not like back in the days, you know, they're gonna be racing against their best friend just for the affection of the girl. Nah, now they don't care. And it all has to do with these standards. That's the one thing, right? It's a turn off. It's an ick. You know how women get an ick from a man? Anything a man does, a woman gets an ick. Yeah. Well, for men, it is the same way, right? They get an ick. They get an ick towards all these standards. These ridiculous standards. But anyways, yeah, we're back with another video. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe, and let's go.
Tell you from experience that
There are a lot of really attractive men who choose to date objectively unattractive women, and it's because unattractive women are less risky.
Nope, not at all. Now I realize it might be weird for me to say this as like a strong 6, right? But I'm a strong 6 who spent a decade working on his social skills. So I can tell you from experience that universally, the more experience someone has interacting with other people, especially in a romantic capacity, or at least the more options they have, the more people they could potentially date, the less they value any individual trait they could be attracted to. This is true across the board for everyone, aside from exceptionally thoughtless people. You know, the kind of people you wouldn't want to date anyway. So while the societal narrative is that men are almost exclusively attracted to physical beauty, of course, as defined in whatever narrow terms society is just feeling that week, and that more beautiful is more attractive, this just isn't true. But what is true is that if you're a person who is offering one singular thing, you will naturally select for the people that are only interested in that one single thing. I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you this. So bringing it back to the point of that video, why do these men who certainly have a lot of options date unattractive women? Because they're attracted to them.
What is she talking about? I mean, I gotta agree though, like there is attractive men that are dating unattractive women, but I don't think it's because they're less risky. That has nothing to do with it. It could be because they're getting more respect from these women than the attractive women. You know, at the end of the day, a man is not afraid to switch. He would rather go and date a 6 out of 10 rather than be with a 9 out of 10 who's a snob, entitled. Like, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to be putting up with that, right? So if he's gonna get treated way better by a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, even a 4 out of 10, then to hell with it. They don't really care, right? So it's all about respect at the end of the day, and it's all about how they're getting treated from their partner, right? If that 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10 is doing, you know, all the things she's required to do, all the things a woman is supposed to do, right? If she's cooking, she's taking care of him, you know, nurturing, she really has a good personality, she's feminine, you know what I'm saying? Like in his eyes, that puts her up at like a 9 out of 10 right there for most men, at least, right? Because like if we're talking about looks is what's going to get you in the door, but what's going to get you to stay is not the looks, it's the personality behind it. And that's why you see a lot of these gorgeous, attractive women, they get used up like a rag doll. It's for this purpose, right? It's because the personality oftentimes is trashy. So most of the times, if you see a really attractive man settling with an attractive woman, it's not because they're less risky. First of all, what are they risking? Like I'm confused. Like, what are they risking here? Why are you mentioning they're risky? Risky for what? Like if he gets caught with an attractive woman, it's the end of the world for him. He's gonna get fired of his job, he's gonna get kicked out of his house, he's gonna get gossiped in his neighborhood. Is that what it is? Is that what the risk you're talking about? What do you mean less risky?
And 35 male are having an affair. How can I inform the wife? 2 coworkers, 25 female and 35 male, are having an affair. How can I inform the wife? 25 female, work as a receptionist. 4 months ago, I made the stupid decision to recommend my, now former, best friend, Jane, 25 female, for an open position after someone had left. It's a prestigious hotel, so they are very selective about their hiring process. Jane had little to no experience, so I took a risk by vouching for her. Looking back, it was dumb, but I knew she was a hard worker and I could have never guessed what was to come. I trained her during her first month and she picked things up quickly. After that, we began working separate shifts. It was around this time that I started noticing a weird dynamic between her and John, 35 male, our chief receptionist. One night when I arrived for my shift, I found them acting all giggly and their body language just seemed off. They didn't notice me at first, but when they did, they tried a little too much to act cool, which raised some red flags. There have been too many similar situations over the months, but I tried to just deny it. John just had a baby and his wife comes in at least 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes with the baby too. Jane sees this as well, and I just couldn't think she would do something like that. But the awkward tension, quick glances, and giggles just wouldn't quit. So I brought it up 2 weeks ago when we were out for drinks. I was floored by her response. She confessed in a playful manner, almost like sharing a dirty secret. She said they couldn't keep their hands off each other and that she had wanted to spill the tea, but didn't want to involve me in their drama. When I brought up his wife and their newborn child, she said that she didn't care. Apparently, John told her they had been sleeping in separate beds and his wife stopped caring about the marriage after the pregnancy and some other bullshit like that. I was disgusted and we had a major fight. She stormed off and cut all contact with me. Since then, going to work has been hell. John is in charge of our shifts, and ever since our fight, he's been giving me the worst shifts and making sure we're not scheduled together. I've considered telling the wife since day one, but I don't have any proof. Same with our manager and HR. I texted Jane saying, quote, "Tell your boyfriend to stop giving me the worst shifts," hoping for a response that could serve as evidence, but she didn't reply. 1 week ago, someone got sick, and I had to work with the 2 evil fucks. Close to our lunch break, John's wife came in to bring him lunch. She looked tired as hell too, and my heart broke for her. Then I noticed something on John's wrist. He had Jane's scrunchie on his wrist. He also has long hair, but I know for a fact it's hers. He held and kissed the baby with the fucking scrunchie on his wrist. I legitimately thought I was gonna throw up. I had a panic attack, I think, at the smoking area. I was crying and couldn't breathe. I come from a divorced family because of my father's infidelity, so this hits too close to home. I'm losing sleep. Please tell me what I should do in this situation. Should I send the wife an anonymous message? I only have her Instagram. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Okay, here's my take on this, right? I'm not advocating for whatever they're doing. Like, whatever they're doing, that's their business. My thing is like, why do you want to get yourself involved? Why don't you just do your job, mind your own business, put your nose down, focus on your own business, get your paycheck, get the hell out of there? Why do you have to stick your nose where it doesn't belong? Now, I get it. You know, women like to look after each other, right? Sure, like, I guess the nice thing would be to let the wife know, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's your business. And especially if she's visiting him all the time, she will find out. So why don't you let her find out on her own? Because let me tell you this, as a woman, I'm sure you know, you guys have like a second sense. So I'm sure the wife probably realizes the husband is cheating. Maybe he's calling and staying hours late. He's not coming home, or maybe his clothes smell of a different perfume when she's doing his laundry. She can detect all of this. So I mean, I don't see it being your responsibility to go let her know. Chances are she's probably aware, right? And the thing is, like, look at yourself. Now you are sticking your nose in these two's business, their messy business, and it's affecting you now. Now you're getting the worst shift at that job. Why did you bring that upon yourself? Why couldn't you just focus on your own life, focus on your own business? Why do you have to be the middle person? Why do you have to feel like you're the savior? You're gonna come there and deliver the truth. You're gonna go save his wife. It's not your business. But I get it. If this was happening to you and your man was cheating on you, I'm sure you would want to know. But at the end of the day, I don't really think people should really be digging at other people's affairs and relationships. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. They could have an open relationship for all you know. Maybe his wife gave them a card, right? Maybe they're about to get divorced. You don't know really what's going on in there. So for you to just stick your nose where it doesn't belong, that's when you are gonna bring these problems into your life. You probably wouldn't even have got them in the first place if you had just minded your own business, you know? So
Trey, can I talk to you about something? I just need like a male perspective on the situation. Trey, can I talk to you about something? I just need like a male perspective on the situation. Are you busy right now?
I mean, I'm in the middle of a game right now, but...
Okay, good. So basically, I've been talking to this guy for about a week, right? And it's all been over the phone. So, like, it's been good vibes. It's been good vibes, you know? But the first time he wanted to meet up, it was 1 a.m.
What?
Yup, on the first link.
No, you know what that nigga trying to do.
Exactly. Like, he think he's slick. So
Right.
he's sitting in the car to my trying some car sex. Like, like, I need a date.
Exactly.
I need a
like,
date.
you deserve way more than that.
Mhm.
Like, first time?
Right? Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, who do you think I am? So, yeah, after we had the car sex, that's when I had went into my house, right? And days went by. Days went by. He did not text or nothing. Like, he wasn't responding. So, I'm like, this is weird, right? Like, that's weird to not respond to my text. So, he tried to pull up a week later, right? And it was 2 a.m. this time. And this time, I'm like, I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, after we had car sex this time, more days went by. More days went by and he wasn't texting me. So finally, I just snapped. I just texted him. I said, what are we? Because now I'm going to need to know. I'm going to need to know. He going to text back, leave me alone. What that mean? What that mean? I've been trying to figure it out for like a while. Like, what that mean when he say leave me alone? What that mean? That mean he like me? So basically, I showed up to his job next. And I'm looking at him in his face. I said, what are we again? He spit in my face. What that mean? What that mean? Straight loogie on my face. What that mean? That mean he like me? Like, I'm sick of the mixed signals. I'm sick of the mixed signals. I gotta figure it.
you know how often this scenario happens? It happens to a lot of men, and I'm sure it has happened to you before. The thing is, off the bat, this guy likes this girl. This might be a skit. He might not really like her in real life, but I'm just saying, like, within this skit, chances are he likes his girl. And that girl, she doesn't feel the same about him, but yet she's gonna disclose a lot of personal information, which is gonna make his stomach turn in knots. That's why you see him reacting like this. It's because he's affected. Chances are he probably has a crush on this girl, you know, and now she just told him all the crazy stuff she's been doing, and now he doesn't see her the same way. He's hurt. Well, women, they're a little bit clueless when it comes to this, right? They keep on talking and talking and talking, right? Chances are the woman probably already friend-zoned him, but in his case, he has feelings towards her. So imagine a man who's crushing on this girl and hearing what she does outside the work hours or on her own spare time, what she does with other boys. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna sit well with him. You know, that's why he's quiet. Like, you can see his whole demeanor, that whole energy shifted. The room is out of energy, man. The room had full energy before, and now it's like, bam. My guy here is hitting like 30-40 different moods. He doesn't even know how he's feeling. He doesn't even know what he's feeling. He doesn't even know what's going on. His brain has shut down. He's feeling depressed. But that's the thing. Women won't really realize that, right? They'll keep talking and talking and talking because they don't think like he likes her. Like, you know what I mean? They think like, oh, he's just a friend. And this is what happens when you guys like don't make your intentions known up front. You see, you guys are gonna be besties with these girls. They're gonna treat you like a gay best friend, and they're gonna tell you so much BS. Let me just tell you this: if you like a girl, make a move right away.
Oh God, I'm really fucking sad. I can't go all the way in. I'm gonna have to like drop you off like right here. Amy, I'm gonna just say it now. I caught feelings for you, and I like you, and I love you. And you don't have to answer now, but I would like to, you know, date. Also, close your eyes.
What?
Close your eyes.
Don't kiss me.
I'm not. Just close your eyes. I got a surprise for you.
I'll text you.
You'll text me? Okay.
Not right now. Not right now, bro. What?
Oh my God. In the stream.
So this is that guy, I Show Speed, man. He's a popular Twitch streamer, whatever he is, you know, but I can never take him serious. You know, these guys that are on the internet the whole time and, you know, streaming, I can never take them serious at all, because I don't know what's real and what's not, what's a skit and what's not. But if this is real, this just shows like he has feelings. This actually reminds me, like, a lot of the passport bros, you know, when they travel around the world, they meet like their, you know, perfect girl, whatever, or they have whatever relationship they have going on there. When it's time to leave that country, when it's time to go to the airport, they be feeling exactly like this. You know, they have to say their goodbyes, and now they're feeling some type of way. And it's like, you know, especially after building whatever connection they have with the women over there, it's not a good feeling for them. Like, I mean, for anyone that's traveled and had any short-term relationship or whatever, or they met a partner who they just clicked well with, and it's time to fly back, I know you've been on these same shoes, man. So I know how you feel. You probably can relate to him more right here. But why does it feel like he's in high school? It feels like that high school love, you know? You go to the park, you get ice cream, that's all you can afford because you only have $5 in your pocket. And ice cream is the only creative thing you can come up with in your head. It feels like that high school love type of thing, you know?
Would I be the asshole if I told my younger sister's fiance that she lied about my older sister when they met? Okay, so to set the scene here, we have my older sister Kay, female 32, my younger sister Jay, female 28, my younger sister's fiance Matt, male 32. Kay and Matt met at work about 2.5-3 years ago. He was hired in as a consultant at her company on a few months assignment. They became close, but nothing happened because they probably didn't think it was professional. I think both, or I know that my sister at least, was hoping that it would develop to something more when his assignment was completed. Kay is a very shy and private person, but even with that, she couldn't stop talking about Matt to both Jay and me. When she turned 30, we encouraged her to invite him to her birthday with the rest of her close friends from work. She was very hesitant and panicked at first, but then she thought, yeah, why not? His assignment was almost done anyways. Matt and Jay, my younger sister, met at that party. 6 months later, Jay told us that she and Matt are a couple. This devastated Kay, and I knew that, even though she held herself together and pretended to be happy for them. I almost made her confess her heartbreak to me because I just couldn't let her hurt alone without any support. She said that she wasn't angry or disappointed, that after her birthday, he changed towards her, and he was even a bit angry. Then when he left, he stopped talking to her. Kay said that she probably misinterpreted his interest in her. I know that she is still heartbroken about it. Matt was assigned with her company some more times again, and it was awkward at first, but eventually they were friends again. Now he's a part of the family. Kay never showed that she's hurt, though. Now, I found out that Jay told Matt that Kay had a boyfriend at that birthday party. Matt is very handsome and lovely, and Jay basically wanted him. Matt was shocked at first because he was hoping for something more, but he probably just thought that he too had misinterpreted Kay's interest in him. He is very shy too. After the party, he probably decided to cut his losses and not pursue Kay. Jay, however, kept contacting him, asking him out, being supportive. At first, he refused, but then they started dating. How do I know all of this? Jay's roommate spilled the beans to me, thinking I already knew everything. I am closer to Jay than my older sister, Kay. Matt has now proposed to Jay. I feel sick because I want to tell Matt what happened so he makes an informed decision. Marriage is not a game. At the same time, he and Jay seem to be perfect for each other, and the love is genuine. Maybe he was interested in Kay initially, yes, but obviously it wasn't that deep, ? Also, Kay? I want to tell her, but she seems okay with the relationship now too. She made it clear that Matt and Jay obviously are meant to be, or it wouldn't have happened. But I want to tell.
Man, what kind of drama is this? I mean, you got me confused. You got me confused. So from what I'm taking from this is your younger sister, she liked the same man that your older sister liked, but she ended up lying to the man and telling him that the older sister has somebody else. And then now the man had fear of, you know, shooting his shot with the older sister because he thought she's taken. And now in the end, the younger and the man, they got together. So now whoever this girl is, I guess she's the middle sister, she wants to go and confront the younger sister's man about the younger sister's lie that she told him to make him leave the older sister. How confusing is that, man? Like, what the hell is this, bro? Is it like Netflix or what? Like, I'm confused. This whole plot line is crazy. This whole family drama. Why does it sound like Kardashians? It sounds worse than the Kardashians, man. Worse than Keeping Up with the Kardashians. God damn. But at the end of the day, this is actually tricky. I would say if you go and disclose to this man about the younger sister lying to him, and I think this man will break up with the younger sister. And your younger sister is going to hate you. So I don't think your relationship with your sister is going to be that great. At the end of the day, though, you will be helping out the older sister. Because, you know, the older sister was crushing on you. This was her boo. But at the same time, I mean, if you want to ruin that friction of your relationship with your family members, go do it. To hell with it. But other than that, I'd say just stay away, man. Leave it. You already know what's going on. You already know what's happening. Just let them do their thing. You stay out of. Here's the thing, I don't know why people like to submerge themselves in drama. Like, you guys enjoy these dramas or what? You guys enjoy putting yourself in the middle of these dramas? Like, it's so uncalled for. Like, they don't involve you. You're on the sideline, but yet a lot of people like to just put themselves in the middle of drama for no reason.
Am I wrong for throwing my husband out after finding nudes from the nanny?
Why would you even ask? I think she just needs validation.
I'm new to Reddit, but my little sister suggested I ask here. I'm 28 female, my daughter is Cassie, 11 months, and my husband is Alex, 35. So basically, it's just what the title said. I had Cassie and then returned to work, psychologist, and I could never be a stay-at-home mom. I'm actually French, but live in the US, so when I returned at the 4-month mark, as I had a difficult birth, we looked around to find a nanny to look after Cassie while myself and Alex were at work. We saw a few girls, but then one of Alex's colleagues suggested his daughter, who had dropped out of college. Let's call her Liv, 20 female. Everything went well. Admittedly, I did notice her being quite attached to Cassie, but I brushed it off as a good friendship between the two. She also liked Alex. It was obvious she had a crush on him, always batting her lashes and giggling. I actually found it amusing as I'm confident in myself. He always laughed it off with me too. But then on Thursday night, he asked me to do something on his phone while he bathed Cassie, and I saw some pictures flash up from Liv. When I looked at them, they were obviously sexy nudes. She was wearing skimpy lingerie and in a provocative pose. I looked back at the history and she had been sending these for a while. As far as I can see, Alex never responded, but obviously texts can be deleted. When I asked him, he got defensive and told me to stop using my psychiatrist tricks on him. I was not happy with his non-answers and it ended up in a shouting match waking Cassie. So I got him a bag and threw him out. Told him he's not welcome back until I have answers. I'm considering taking Cassie back home to see my family in France for a little bit. His mom and friends have been blowing up my phone saying I'm being too harsh and they were harmless texts. Nevertheless, I feel disrespected and that doesn't fly with me. Was I too harsh? Should I expect his claims that he never responded?
Her psychiatrist tricks on him, literally just asking him, "Are you cheating on me?"
That's the quickest gas.
Stop using your tricks on me! I asked you if you're cheating on me.
There are pictures, sir.
Yo!
What are these? Like, what?
That's crazy. I hate when people bandwagon on the one who's like doing the bad thing. I hate that. I hate when people feel enabled and encouraged to continue their bad behaviors. Because you always look at the reaction and never what's causing it. And then you're like, oh, she's crazy. Well, why is she crazy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do think that's a red flag. If you are talking to someone new and they're like, all my exes are crazy.
Definitely. Definitely.
Who's the common denominator? You.
Exactly. Like, you have to be able to take accountability to some extent.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to blame yourself for like everything, but also you're like, there's certain actions that I could have done differently, or You know, it's all about self-reflection and self-awareness.
Well, and I feel like for this one, she does say he never responded. But if you were innocent in this, you could have like approached your wife after the first pictures came through and been like, hey, the nanny, I did nothing to initiate this, but we have a problem on our hands.
And why would she feel so comfortable as to continue to send them if he wasn't responding?
Exactly. Like, I know there are some women out there, and there's some guys too that probably get off on it. I think maybe she's 20, she's just very confident and just kind of like naive and maybe just going in hard and just being like, I'm gonna keep sending until I get asked not to.
But I feel like news though is such a vulnerable thing that like when you don't get a response, you're like, you kind of just like, what the fuck? Like
The rejection of it.
Like, something that you're expecting someone to be like, oh my God, you look so good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to continue to send that if I'm not getting the validation. Yeah, I feel like he's definitely...
You don't think he's telling the truth that like...
Hell no, there's no way he could be telling the truth.
Okay, you know what? This man screwed up. If he was upfront with it, if he had told you that he did receive nudes from the girl but hadn't replied to it, then I would have said, there's no need for you to throw him out because he did nothing wrong. What he did wrong here is when he tried to lie about it. And he tried to kind of manipulate you here, you know? So at the end of the day, especially him being your husband, first of all, he's not your boyfriend. He's not your side dish. He's your husband. So what he's doing is not right. The fact that you have to find this out shows exactly where his mind was at. Maybe he didn't reply. Maybe he deleted the text. You'll never know. But that's the thing, right? So I think you made a right choice. I think you did. Because it shows, actually, first of all, you don't even know if anything else happens between these two. You just saw the pictures, but you don't know the story. They could have had something else going on for all you know, right? And on his hand, his phone is so clean. I love that. My dude took the precautions to go and wipe clean his phone, delete all his part of the conversation, and kept the other person's. Damn, this is actually messy, eh?
The funniest shit happened maybe 2 weeks ago. I was talking to my friend and she's like saying she met this guy that like drives a Bentley and like they were gonna go out or like they had went out or something. And I'm like, a Bentley? Like, cool, bitch, let me see. So she's showing me the car and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, bitch, did he tell you this is a Bentley? She's like, yeah, it has like when you open the door it has the B. Why the fuck did this guy have a Genesis and put like the lights on the car to look like a Bentley, but it's a fucking Genesis? I'm like, fuck you, how dare you trick my friend?
Yo, let my man cook. My man is trying, bro. He's balling on a budget, you know? You know, now this is 2024. You can identify as whatever you want. So his Genesis, he identifies it as a Bentley. Let him cook. What's wrong with you? Why you gotta expose him like that? You know, if he wants to drive a Genesis and to him it's a Bentley, it is a Bentley. Who are you to judge him, you know? But it's funny how your friend though fell for it though. Your friend was like falling for them dreams. That's hilarious. It seems like she's not really up there, you know? She's not really wise like that. You shouldn't even have told her anything. You should have let her find out because she doesn't even know how a Bentley looks like. I'm pretty sure she just knows the markings, or she just knows the design of a Bentley. That's about it. That's hilarious.
Is this the usual physical type that you go for?
No.
How is he different?
I usually tend to date people of color.
Sarah, you're putting your blindfolds on because there's a guy out there who... And I'm just going to read his message word for word. I'm black, put me in.
Yo, what's his name, Harrison?
His name is Toscani.
Toscani! Toscani!
Toscani! Where is this guy?
Is that you? Wait, it's you! It was you!
I'm nervous.
I knew it was you! Yo!
And where are you from?
I love him.
I'm from Haiti.
Haiti? That's awesome. All right.
Damn. And did we, actually, I want to know, did we pronounce your name properly?
Hell nah.
How do we, tell us how we should say
This
it.
is where the Jewishness comes out.
Yeah, tell us.
Actually, it's a French name like Toscani.
Toscani. So, and what did you like about Sarah?
First of all, like, you look really beautiful.
Thank you.
Just like your personality, the way you are answering a question, I'm like, She's awesome.
Say something.
And Toscany, what kind of first date would...
Harrison, just say, sure.
What kind of date would you bring Sarah to?
I'm just gonna cook for you some Haitian food. And...
So Tuscany, is that correct? I'm trying. You were watching Sarah the whole time. You finally came up here. Was there a specific thing that caught your attention about her more than anything that you really liked? Do you want to point that out there, sir?
Nah, her lips.
My final question, do you want to say something really spicy in French?
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
I'm gonna come. All right, so Sarah, blindfolds off, point to the guy you are interested in. 3, 2, 1.
Damn, I see this all the time now. I guess these comedians are becoming matchmakers. That's awesome. That's cool, man. Wingman of the Year award goes to this guy. That's kudos right there. I love how when she said she's into people of color, and you see all the black guys in the audience, bro, they raise their hand. They're like dancing, bro. They're partying it out. That's funny. But that's great. It looks like it worked out for both of them, you know. I think nowadays, man, this is actually the best way to meet people and get to know, you know, people. You might even find the love of your life, and that's all by going to a comedy show. You know, like it's shows, it's proven to work. Unlike all these dating apps, right? You go there, you get called on stage, you get paired up, it works great. Now look at it. Now if these two had met up on Tinder, Bumble, whatever, do you think they would have even have gotten past the first sentence? It would have probably taken them a month to just get through that hello phase. And then imagine that, and probably 6 more months to try and plan the date out. Like, that's how dating online, how that shitty it is. Like, you know what I'm saying, right? The online dating is whack. So your best bet to meeting people nowadays, it's going comedy shows, going to some events. You know, don't rely on those apps because they're whack. You know, meet people who you have the same values and interest in, right? Like, if you like to read, go to the library. You can meet somebody else who likes to read too, right? If you like sports, go play whatever sport you want to play. You'll meet somebody there too. So it works out great either way, right? Anyways, man, without further ado, let me know what y'all thought. Click the like button and subscribe. Easy.